One Battle After Another is directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, and it stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Teyana Taylor, Sean Penn, and Benicio del Toro. And in Anderson's brand new movie, when their evil nemesis resurfaces after 16 years, a band of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. I'm just going to admit something to you all right now. I've only ever seen one PTA film before this, which was There Will Be Blood, and I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, so I'm a bit of a PTA noob, so I didn't really have many expectations going into this film, until I saw the reviews and people saying that it's one of the best movies of the year, and that it's going to win all the Oscars, so my expectations were heightened, and after seeing it a couple of days ago, I can confirm that this movie is really good. But I don't think it's as great as people are saying it is. I'm just going to get all the flaws out of the way first. The biggest flaw for me was the pacing. Now, this movie is nearly 3 hours long. Now, I've not got an issue with that. As I said, I don't really care what the runtime of a movie is. As long as it's needed, then you need to get that runtime. But if you're doing a 3-hour movie, you need to earn it. And I don't think this movie earned that runtime. This movie can drag in many places, especially the middle. If you see in the movie, you know exactly what happens, but there's this really elongated scene that happens, and it really did not need to be that long. And it's really nothing special. I get why it's long to an extent. You want to make the situation feel hopeless and drag it out to make it feel like the heroes have literally got no hope. I understand that. But there could have been a better way, and you could have shortened it. And really, this is a thing that happens throughout the movie, not just the middle. Scenes are elongated to the point where you just get a bit bored of them after a while. And I think one of the main reasons is that they don't really do anything to spice it up. There's a car chase near the end, and really nothing different happens. You know, the reason why I like films like John Wick and why I don't mind those really long action scenes is because they mix it up from time to time. At one point, they're at the Triumph, then they're in this abandoned house and it's an over-the-head shot, and then they're going up some steps and having a gunfight. That's why I like those movies. But in this movie, it's just the same thing throughout the entire action scene. The movie also took its time to get me hooked in, and it's mainly because of the themes and the messages of this movie. I said it in my short for this movie, but I don't care about politics. It's fine if you are, if you're really into them, and if you like talking about them, speak your opinions, all about that, I'm down for it. I just don't like talking about them, and I have no interest in them. And this movie was a bit political at the start of it, and I was thinking to myself, this movie may not be for me. But thankfully, I will say, as the movie went on, I did get a little bit more engaged. I liked what this movie was going for. And in the end, I found myself really enjoying it. And that's what this movie mainly is, enjoyable. There's so many really fun scenes, really fun characters. You understand why they do what they do. And I just really like the conflicts in this movie and the messages that it sends towards the end. I think they were really hammered home in the ending. I absolutely love the ending to this film. If you look at it on the surface, you'd think, oh, nothing much was really accomplished or achieved. But if you actually think about it for a while, you realise, yeah, that was actually a really smart ending and that made sense. What this movie does really well for me was that it took really unlikable characters in a sense and made you care about them. Like, take the revolutionaries, for example. What they do, you really can't defend that much because they do have a good cause going for them, but they do it in the wrong way. But if you look at their family life and their personal life, they're just down-to-earth people who just want to start families and have normal lives. It also helps that the villains are very unlikable in this movie. You absolutely loathe them. They're racist. They just kill people for no reason. They just hate everyone, basically. So because they're so unlikable and you really want to see them get defeated, you really like the characters more as well because they are actually doing some good things. The most unlikable character was easily Sean Penn's. And I just want to get onto Sean Penn right now because he was my favourite character in this movie. It's just so clear he came on set and just said he's going to have a blast and a good time. Because that's the energy that he's bringing to this movie. Through his facial expressions, his tone of voice, he's just crazy and mad. But it works all the time. And surprisingly, this movie was really funny. Me and the audience were laughing our heads off at so many points during this film. And I wasn't expecting that from this film. I was expecting it to be way more serious than this. But the comedy really did work. And I think he balanced the comedic tone and the serious tone really, really well. Technically, I think the film was absolutely gorgeous as well. This is one of the best looking films of the year for me. I especially liked it when it was being filmed in the desert. I really love it when films manage to make the desert look really, really nice and colourful. And that's exactly what this movie did. I especially like the changing colour palettes throughout the film. How at the start it's very dark and dreary, kind of lifeless a colour. And then throughout the film, you get more bright colours, bright set pieces, especially at night. I thought the night scenes looked really cool too. So I think visually, this movie is absolutely gorgeous. And the needle drops throughout this movie as well. Woo-hoo-hoo! I thought they were really, really good. There was some really good needle drops of licensed songs. I especially liked it when they played Ready or Not, Here I Come. I thought that was placed in a really, really good spot. So the music throughout this film was 10 out of 10 for me. And finally, I think all the performances were really, really strong. Of course, Leonardo DiCaprio is great. I mean, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. He's great in anything. I don't think he's ever missed with a performance. And he's really, really good here. He was very comedic, very serious when he needed to. And I just really enjoyed his character. I already mentioned Sean Penn and his crazy performance I absolutely loved. Teyana Taylor, she's not in this film as much as I thought, but she was really, really good in this movie too. This and Straw, she's really, really impressed me, and I really want to see her in more stuff. And Chase Infiniti, in what I believe is her first ever movie role, killed it in this movie. She was really, really good. She was very serious. She played off the badass teenager really, really well. And again, I really, really enjoyed her character and you really cared about her. So in conclusion, whilst I don't think One Battle After Another is the Oscar-worthy masterpiece that people are calling it, I still had a really, really good time with it. It has some really fun characters, a really great story, some really good messages towards the end, beautifully shot, and absolutely brilliant performances as well. People, I cannot stress enough, you need to go and see this movie when you can. Support original film, you will absolutely enjoy this. And I'm going to give One Battle After Another a 7.5 out of 10. And people, that is the end of my review. If you have seen One Battle After Another, do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day. And see you later.